So welcome back guys to another video, and today we are back with yet another top 5. This time it's a little bit different as we'll be covering the top 5 most ironic legendary weapons that you can find in Fallout 4, as weird as that may sound. Now, as a lot of you will know, in Fallout, the way the legendary system works is that when you kill a legendary enemy, a random legendary weapon is generated, and because of the way this works, sometimes very weird weapons can be generated. And kickstarting this video off today, we have one of the most ironic weapons in Fallout 4. This is the freezing Shish Kebab. A weapon that does pretty much the complete opposite to of what you would think it would do. I mean, this is literally a, flame sword or, shish kebab that does 10 points of cryo damage and has a chance to freeze enemies on a critical hit. As ironic as this weapon is, it actually isn't too bad either. Like, it genuinely is a decent legendary weapon. I mean, it isn't the worst, which is always a plus, right? And on top of that, I mean, it's a really cool one. Like, genuinely, this is a really cool weapon to obtain and just use in general. I mean, it's a freaking flame sword that freezes your enemies. And it's one of those weapons for me that really stand out. Like, there's a lot of legendary weapons in Fallout that are really overpowered, but it's the ones like this one and various others that you'll see in the video that really stand out to me, and the sort of the ones that I will remember, if you know what I mean. So, pretty cool weapon there. Thought I'd add it to the list as it is quite ironic in itself. And that leads us on to the next weapon, which is probably the most ironic weapon in Fallout 4, period. We have the crippling walking cane. An item that is supposed to help you walk with, yet it has a crippling legendary effect on it. I don't know. This one's crazy, right? I mean, the walking cane itself isn't the best weapon. I mean, in terms of actual damage, the walking cane is actually one of the worst type of weapons that you can find, but it's just quite funny to see the crippling walking cane. I mean, it's not something that you'd expect on a legendary weapon, you know, this walking cane with a crippling legendary effect. So it's definitely up there in some of the more crazy weapons in Fallout. I do have another walking cane, which I'll be talking about towards the end of the video, but if you do come across this, I'd pick it up anyway, just because it's a goddamn crippling walking cane. Although the damage output isn't the best, in fact it's very bad, it's still worth picking up and collecting just because of how weird this type of weapon is. And that leads us into our next weapon of the video, very similar to the very first weapon being the freezing Shish Kebab. We have the freezing flamer. Yeah, another weapon that does the complete opposite of what you would expect it to. I mean, this is overall a flamer that actually ends up doing cryo damage. Not to mention, of course, the fact that you can now actually freeze your target solid on a critical hit, which when paired up with the overdrive chem can truly be devastating. Like, any enemies that are in front of you, a couple of shots of this and they're going to completely freeze when you're actually on the overdrive chem. Overall, this is a very fun weapon to use. Again, a very weird and ironic weapon, but fun nonetheless. And I mean, it's one for you collectors out there, you know. I know that a lot of you guys out there like to collect legendary weapons, and this is definitely one that you guys are going to want to try and get if you possibly can. And that leads us into the next weapon of the video, probably the most pointless legendary weapon I've ever seen in Fallout. We have the Ghoul Slayer's Gamma Gun. A Gamma Gun that does 50% extra damage to ghouls. Now, the problem with this is that the Gamma Gun, or I guess radiation damage, actually heals ghouls rather than doing damage. Pretty much doing the complete opposite to of what it's supposed to do, making it one of the most pointless weapons, if not the most pointless legendary weapon to find in Fallout 4. And I'm actually quite surprised that this was even a thing and that Bethesda even made it possible for the Gamma Gun to even get this effect on it. But, you know, this is Fallout. Again, weird things happen in Fallout all the time, and this is a perfect example of a very weird legendary weapon that has been generated. And for the final weapon of the video, in fact, I do want to give an honorable mention to the Kneecapper walking cane, very similar to the crippling walking cane, pretty much on the same level as Iron Knee, which gives you a 20% chance to cripple the target's leg. So yeah, yet another variant of a walking cane that is very weird. But again, for the final weapon of the video here, we have the freezing Fat Man, because you really need that extra 10 points of cryo damage on a Fat Man launcher. I mean, there's a lot of pointless legendary effects on Fat Mans, but this one really is a very pointless one. And of course the fact that it's cryo and freezing from a fat man, which is literally an explosion. So pretty damn funny weapon. Again, it's just completely pointless to be able to get a weapon like this, but this was my list of some of the most ironic weapons that you can find in Fallout 4. And really the only ironic weapons that I could think of. So if you guys do know any more, be sure to put them in the comment section below. As well, let me know any weird weapons that you've obtained through your adventures in Fallout 4. I'd love to see some of the crazier weapons that you guys have found along your journeys. But that's going to be it for the video today. As always, if you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to put a like on it, guys. Your support, of course, is greatly appreciated on the channel. As always, subscribe if you guys are new around, and I will catch you guys next time with a brand new video. Peace out.